Hey guys, so welcome to the first video for this project. Essentially this project we're going to be looking at something similar to a Flappy Bird or like the old helicopter game. Essentially like an endless level where you're dodging things, picking up score, and the whole point of the game is to get the highest score, well, a really high score essentially. So for this video I'm just going to very quickly run through setting up everything to begin the project. If you don't know how to get to where I currently am on the screen now, there's another video for how to start a project and what everything is, but I'm not going to run through that again because, as I say, there's already a video for that. So essentially I'm just starting with a bit of housekeeping, because when you start a new project you essentially just have the scenes folder, but you kind of want a neat project. So how I start projects is I go through, put the folders in first that I know I'm going to need to use, and further down the line, if I need more folders, I'll do that. So I'm going to show that. I'm going to bring the sprites in that I've created, which there should also be a video on as well. I'm going to cut the sprites up, get them ready to put into the scene and put into the project. And then the next video will talk through the functionality and how to start building the game itself. So to start with, very easily, I'm right clicking and I'm just going to add a couple of folders in. So I'm going to add one for my scripts. I'm going to add one for my sprites, my prefabs. I'll come back to what prefabs are when we start to generate them, but you're going to need it. So essentially I've got somewhere for each of my scenes to go, somewhere for all my scripts. I can import my sprites straight into the sprites folder, and from sprites I'll be making prefabs. As I say, I'll come back to prefabs, don't worry too much about them at the moment. So this is kind of nice and neat. This means I'll be able to find everything and I'll be able to, as long as I stay on top of it. So to start with, I am just going to drag in the sprites I have made into the sprites folder. It's a fairly simple 2 frames of a helicopter animation and something for it to dodge. Feel free to make something significantly more interesting. I will be adding some background assets in later videos, but I don't really want to complicate everything at the minute and throw everything in at the start. So just very quickly on how to cut this up, because currently if I was to put this into the scene, well, I'm kind of looking at everything. I don't want that. And if you also look as well, it's all very blurry. There's a lot of weirdness going on there. So I'm just going to talk through cutting it up and how to get rid of these awful blurry lines. So to start with, click on the asset itself. We will get rid of the awful blurriness first. So if you go to your filter mode just here, you'll want to switch that to point no filter. Reason being, it'll just make it a lot clearer. Once you've done that, you want to go to where it says your sprite mode, just here, and you want to make it multiple. Just for anyone that's not done this, you need to make sure that you are importing PNGs without a background. So after I've clicked the sprite editor, we are given this. So as I say, I'll go through and tweak a few things in a minute and make it sure it's crisp and clear, because we've got some weirdness going on here that's not in the actual image itself. So very easy, this one. I'm just going to click and drag over the area that I want of the sprite. As you can see, I've kind of missed a little bit here, but that's not a problem. I can bring that straight down. I will then name it down here. So this would be helicopter 1. I'll do the same down here for this one. Helicopter 2, and I don't really know what this is. It's just a hazard, so I'm just going to put hazard. So as you can see, if I click apply now, they're all still here. They're also selectable, but you'll see now I have 3 different assets. So that works well. So essentially what we're looking at in the next video is, oh god, I don't want to click that. What we'll be looking at in the next video is how to take these frames, make an animation from them, and then go from there into creating something else. I've missed a little bit there. Yeah, creating an animation and creating the character player so you can fly up and down. That's what we'll be doing in the next video, and then for the rest of the project obviously we'll progress as we go. But yeah, thanks.